Hello, my name is Terence Snyder, and I'm doing a video on why do I want to join this program, Close the Divide. For me, I want to say that this program is been long overdue for me because I've been waiting for a program like this for some 30 something years. Reason being, my desire or interest in wanting to become a part of the computer industry, first of all, and then the internet development has been from the development from the start of 1985. 1985 was when I got my very first computer. It was an 88 machine, MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk operating system with 32 hard drive and 640K RAM, and all was loaded on it. Was bundled with the machine came the software for word processing and the spreadsheet. It was just a basic machine, and what I remember most about it is when you turn the computer on, and it would initialize, and after during that time the hard drive, you could hear the sounds as the hard drive would run through its initialization until you see this cursor flashing on the screen. And I remember, during that time, the very first machine, and the excitement of having my own computer and everything, and just the excitement of it. But I began to learn the disk operating systems, and just realizing that all the computer was really just functions to manage and your disk and directories and drives. And it evolved from, of course, from the disk operating systems through Windows to where it is from this present day. But it started back then, and I just had this great desire to want to learn the computer beyond the microchips and the electronics, but the ones and zeros. And at that time, my computer had only GW Basic, which was the functionality of the computer at that time, and bundled with my computer was these manuals. And that manuals, the language of that manual was like really foreign. I could not interpret the technical aspect of those manuals. And I just remember the years of just fidgeting and having a desire to want to learn the program and learn programming, and just dealing with the technical aspects of where it wasn't broken down to layman's term. And the reason why I'm going back that far is, of course, the computer has evolved greatly beyond leaps and measures, and I'm approaching again some 30 years since my very first computer, in which the computer had hit the market, became in the home during that time. And of course, the language evolved from the basic program, GW Basic, and then it also had the assembly language where you had to learn mnemonics and these. So it was all foreign to me, but with this interest of wanting to learn and to know, learn the computer and how it operates, and to learn programming, even at the level of the machine, has always been something of an interest to me, and wanted to break that barrier of learning programming. But it has evolved from the again, just the machine itself and the language, to along with the modem that was on the computer, and then eventually the access with the modem to getting onto the internet, which brought about the internet. And then after when you use your 56K modem to get onto the internet, and you would get to, if during that time it was these bulletin boards, and then slowly it started to evolve to where you would have these web pages, and information on the website wasn't geared toward learning how the computer operate, how the internet evolved, because it evolved so rapidly from that time to where it is now. When I went to the meeting on Wednesday, the March 27th, Wednesday, March 27th, my neighbor had earlier in the day had called me. Accordingly, his mother goes to Fellowship Baptist Church, and she got wind of this information, to which she passed on to her son, which gave me a call, who I had already some weeks earlier, during one of the snowstorms, out shoveling the snow, and we got to talking, and I had the understanding he was in the IT industry himself. So I began to share with him what I had discovered on the website, and how I came across this website that could teach you, had these videos that could teach concerning the languages and the process of web development and web design. I have been looking for information such as this for quite a long time, but if I was able to find it, it was a paid service. But I found out this was through YouTube. I have been wanting to get into the industry for a number of years, but there wasn't a community of people that you could find, and the closest was my next door neighbor, in which I just shared with him this passion, this excitement of what I discovered, and I began to take this video and start to begin to teach myself web development, the programming language, with just PHP and Java, JavaScript and HTML and CSS, and just followed along. It's been years I was waiting for this, and was able to get a hold to this. But the excitement was, it's almost like my life was following a pattern that was destined to getting a hold to this information, of this information session that was held at this Fellowship Baptist Church, and meeting Navarro Wright, who is the founder of Close the Divide. And to Close the Divide is perfect to what I have been facing all them years. Getting access to the community of people that he was expressing in his presentation, that would seem to be for the mainstream America, but creating this information so it can reach across all cultures, because I felt like not only myself wanting to be also on the inside of this and wanting to learn and know about the industry and learn just what goes into web development, but it's not just the web development aspect. It's just part of that industry that was evolving through the internet. and I felt like a person who was by myself on an island by himself, just having this desire to want to learn, but not having the uh, access to the resources to learn, meaning economically disadvantaged, with which for me in 2009, when the bottom fell out of the economy, it affected me tremendously, being that I've come from a trade where I was an electrician, a union electrician. And when the bottom fell out, I was also out of the trade, and went through the hardships from that devastation, and looked toward reaching back to what has always been my heart's desire, because like I said, from the very first in '85 and then to now, it just always didn't wanted someone where I could come across somebody that could teach me uh, to learn about the computer and learn about programming, the various aspects of it, because I learned somewhat in hindsight, but not enough to do anything with that information. I knew concerning the programs that were out there. Again, I talked about the basic that was loaded onto the computer, and then it evolved to basic, and then from the basic language was the assembly language. And again, all that was on the technical level. It wasn't explained on a layman's level. So to get access to schooling, or to come under look for entry level program or entry level jobs that could teach you, it seemed like that was just far out of reach, and only a select few was able to get in there and make contributions to it. So Close the Divide represented that reaching into the culture, into that other area of the community and of the other area of the culture that he said in his was brought out in his presentation, and revealing that there's a tremendous amount of talent. And I feel as one that had been left out, on the outside looking in, and that's perfect to it. It's like I've been all them years on the outside and looking at the changes, the tremendous changes in the industry, and seeing those who were able to become part of the changes and of the internet, and just was the one that wanted, looking for where I could have an opportunity. And that's what Close the Divide has done. It has created an opportunity for such people such as myself, who have been in a long time waiting for an opportunity to be given the opportunity to come and to have the setting where I can learn, because I have ideals of my own, and that teaching myself, uh, it only goes so far. And when I've discovered the information on the website, and then understood that, with programming and learning and developing, you have also the community called forums, and forums on these websites give you some access, but it still seemed like it wasn't personable. And I don't think it can get no personable until when you're in a community or in a setting with other people who have this drive and passion, and then have a setting where you can learn. Someone can teach you, and you can learn. Even though I understand this is a 9-week crash course, but I feel like the little bit that I done gathered over the period of years, and then being thrust into setting, would just be where I would feel right at home. So Navarro Wright, if he was giving this presentation, and I was sitting center of uh, in the audience and beaming because I'm like, what I'm hearing is what I have been waiting for, what I've been looking for, and it was perfect, and it's like it was good for me to have shared with my neighbor, uh, and it was only because I had the understanding that he was in the IT industry himself, and wanting to create some type of networking to put something in place, because my desire was to learn it. I wanted to learn programming, how to write these websites, draw a business, start up a business. But mine was more at wanting to learn and then to turn around and teach. And I wanted to teach at the level that, yes, I knew a majority of our race isn't into it, like he was saying, the mainstream America that is caught up in it, and they're writing programs and they have products on the market, and just from the economy alone, what a great boost it would be, even for such as myself, who has been economically disadvantaged, to create this opportunity. But and not just jobs, but something that that I love and enjoy doing, because I would sit at my computer just on hours and hours on end, just just wishing and wanting to and going through these manuals and trying to understand the jargon of the language, and just getting bits and pieces that this this bridging is going to solve these problems. So uh, close the divide again. um, I'm looking forward to the opportunity now to be able to get in and to learn and to become a great part of this web industry, and to be able to take my ideas, some ideals, and hopefully be able to develop it to the point that it will make contributions to this already just this great industry. And so that is the reason why I would I look forward to joining this program, Close the Divide.